Like a fireball of lightning, it shook all our hills. And who are these friends, all scattered like dry leaves? The radio says they are just deportees. Is this the best way we can grow our big orchards? Is this the best way we can grow our good fruit? To fall like dry leaves and to rot on your topsoil and be known by no name except deportees. Goodbye to my one, goodbye Rosalita, adios mi amigos, Jesus y Maria. You won't have a name when you ride the big airplane, and all that will call you will be deportees.
from a new one by Sally Rogers. This one is called Love Will Guide Us. Gotten it in fairly recently from Flying Fish. And that was Stacy's Catch with Spotted Pony. And we heard from two Guthries. We heard from Arlo Guthrie along with Pete Seeger, together in concert with Deportee, a song that his father Woody wrote. And we also started things off with Woody Guthrie from A Legendary Performer. And If You Ain't Got the Do-Re-Mi, tale of some of the Dust Bowl refugees who left from Oklahoma trying to find a better life in California, only to be turned away at the border. It's now 8:49. Stay tuned at 9 o'clock for Weekend Edition from National Public Radio. Started with headline news at 9 o'clock. A couple of things going on this week. Jim Ballard will be appearing at Reds in Akron at 9:30 p.m. Sunday night. And there's an Irish Open session at St. Rose's Church in Girard that usually happens in the afternoons, early on, around 2 o'clock. At 1 p.m., there's a pickin' party at Your Tavern in Cleveland. Again, Jim Ballard plays Reds on Monday night at 9:30 p.m. in Akron. And Paul Kovac, Denny Jones, and Clear Fork play Brandywines in Euclid. That's a regular Monday night job for them, from 9 to 12. On Tuesday, the 6th, at 7:30 p.m., the White Birch Band plays Noggins in Shaker Heights. And also at 7:30 p.m. Tuesday nights, the Sweet Adelines meet at St. John's Church in Canal Fulton. We're going to proceed with something from Patrick Skye in just a moment, and go on up to the 9 o'clock hour with music that one might say is topical, about things that have been happening this week. That will be going into the news at 9 o'clock. My name's Doug McIntyre, and I host the folk music program every Saturday and Sunday morning. I'll be back again tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock with more folk music for you. Take your requests, too, at that time.
Here's to you, my rambling boy. May all your rambling bring you joy. Here's to you, my rambling boy. May all your rambling bring you joy. He was a pal and a friend always. He stuck with me in the hard old days. He never cared if I had no dough. We ramble round in the sleet and snow. And here's to you, my rambling boy. May all your rambling bring you joy. Here's to you, my rambling boy. May all your rambling bring you joy. In Tulsa town, we chanced to stray. Thought that we would work one day. The boss said he had room for one. Says my old pal, we'd rather bum. And here's to you, my rambling boy. May all your rambling bring you joy. Here's to you, my rambling boy. May all your rambling bring you joy. But late one night in a jungle camp, the weather it was cold and damp. He got the chills, Lord, he got 'em bad. They took the only friend I had, and he left me here to ramble on. Yes, my rambling pal, he's dead and gone.
If when we die, Lord, we go somewhere, I bet you $1 he's rambling there. And here's to you, my rambling boy, may all your rambling bring you joy. Yes, here's to you, my rambling boy, may all your rambling bring you joy.
This is one I made a recording of way back in 1950, back in the Middle Ages. I'm going to preach you all a sermon about old man Adam, and I don't mean the Adam in the Bible, Adam. No, I don't mean the Adam that Mother Eve made it. I mean the thing that science liberated. The thing that Einstein said he was scared of, and when Einstein's scared, brother, I'm scared. Well, if you're scared of the atom, here's what you got to do. You got to gather all the people in the world with you, because if they don't get together and do it, well, the first thing you know, we'll blow this world plumb to Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Alamogordo, Bikini. Now, life used to be such a simple joy, and the cyclotron was just a super toy, and folks got born, they'd work and marry, and atom was a word in the dictionary, and then it happened. And the science boys from every clime, they all pitched in with overtime, and before they knew it, the job was done, and they'd hitched up the power of the gall-darn sun and put a harness on old Sol, splitting atoms, while the diplomats was a splitting hairs. But the Atoms International, in spite of hysteria, it flourishes in Utah and in Siberia, and whether you're black, white, red, or brown, the question is this when you boil it down: to be or not to be? That is the question. And the answer to it all ain't military datum, like who gets there fastest with the mostest atoms. No, the people of the world must decide their fate. They gotta stick together or disintegrate. We hold this truth to be self-evident, that all men may be cremated equal. Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Alamogordo, Bikini. Yes, it's up to the people, because the atom don't care, and you can't fence him in. He's just like air, and he doesn't give a hoot about any politics or who got what into whichever fix, because all he wants to do is just sort of sit around and have his nucleus bombarded by neutrons. Now, the moral is this, just as plain as day, that old man Adam is here to stay. He's going to stick around, that's clear to see, but my dearly beloved, are we? So listen, folks, here is my thesis. Peace in the world, or the world in pieces.
Production of A Prairie Home Companion is made possible with a grant from Cargill, processors and refiners of soybeans into oils, meal, and flour.
And if you would like to get a catalog featuring all sorts of items from A Prairie Home Companion, such as Lake Wobegon t-shirts or Raw Bits sweatshirts, or even a coffee mug that might say WKSU 89.7, you can simply give us a call, or better yet, write us at WKSU Kent 44242. Coming up in just about 1 minute, we are going to make the announcement as to who is going to St. Paul on us. With courtesy from New Voyager Travel of Chardon, Ohio, we are sending someone to St. Paul to see A Prairie Home Companion live, and we will make that announcement in just 1 minute. You are in touch with WKSU FM in Kent, from the campus of Kent State University at 89.7. Local funding for A Prairie Home Companion is being provided tonight by the First National Bank of Ohio, the bank where you belong, and by the Medina Car Corporation, providing Toyota and Volkswagen products, located 2 miles north of Medina Square on Route 42. Tonight, immediately following A Prairie Home Companion, we will be featuring some music from some of the performers at the upcoming Northwest Pennsylvania Bluegrass and Old Time Music Festival, coming up Memorial Weekend, and a festival I will be privileged to be hosting. Tony Rice and Mac Martin are on the bill for tonight, so we invite you to stay tuned here at 89.7.
Also, of course, we'll definitely be playing some music concerning the horses. Ferdinand today, 17-1 odds he beat them to win the Kentucky Derby. So we'll look at horse racing, bluegrass style tonight also. And that should be reason to stay with us. Local funding for a Prairie Home Companion also provided tonight by Jacobson of Canton, Northeast Ohio's source for ideas and interior design for home and office. Now, for the grand announcement as to who we are going to send to St. Paul. This announcement has been already made, we understand, as we are now going to pull the envelope, as it was selected, I believe, by computer, out of the vaults. And let's see here. Right. Opened up the vault. Now we will open the envelope. Yes. And the winner is from beautiful downtown Cortland, Ohio, Mr. Robert Woster is going to St. Paul, Minnesota to see a Prairie Home Companion. We are flying him there. We'll put him up for the night. And as a special bonus, we'll fly him back to Cleveland after the weekend is over. And that is all courtesy of New Voyager Travel of Shorten, Ohio, and WKSU-FM. So congratulations, Bob. You're going to St. Paul on us. The second half of A Prairie Home Companion joins you in just a few moments. And if you are just joining us now, we will be replaying A Prairie Home Companion tomorrow afternoon at noon, so you can have brunch with us. Local funding for A Prairie Home Companion is provided in part by the Mustard Seed Healthy Market, more than a health food store, celebrating 5 years at Portage Path and Merriman in Akron. And by Don Drum Studios and Gallery, displaying fine American arts and crafts at 437 Krause Street in Akron. Clear skies predicted for tonight, perhaps a chance of frost with low in the mid-30s, winds out of the northwest. For tomorrow, sunny, and we'll finally get rid of those cold temperatures with a high in the mid-60s. The winds returning from the southwest. We'll have clear skies for the next few days, and Monday sunny and high up to 80. This is 89.7 FM. Again, congratulations to Robert Woster of Cortland, Ohio, as he will be going to St. Paul, Minnesota, and he'll see what you saw last week on television in the first ever simulcast of A Prairie Home Companion. You heard it in stereo here at 89.7. My name is Jim Bloom, and don't forget to join me immediately following the show tonight, as we'll explore the best in bluegrass, contemporary and traditional, and all of this month we'll be highlighting some of the performers coming to Northwest Pennsylvania, just 10 miles over the Ohio line, to the Northwest Bluegrass Festival of Pennsylvania. And tonight, Tony Rice and Mac Martin will be saluted. jolly friends is driving me insane. Up on shady Charlotte Street, Lord, the green lights look red. I wish I was back home on the farm, Lord, in my feather bed. And I got myself a rocking chair to see if I could lose these thin time, hard time, hell on Church Street blues. Yesterday's news, I folded up page 21 and stuck it in my shoe. I gave me a nickel to the poor, my good turn for the day. I folded up my old billfold and threw it far away. And I got myself a rocking chair to see if I could lose these thin time, hard time, hell on Church Street blues. Guitar strings, old black diamond brand, I'd string up this old Martin box and go and join some band. But I guess I'm gonna stay right here in the pick and sing a while, try to make me a little change and give them folks a smile. And I got myself a rocking chair to see if I could lose these thin time, hard time, the hell on Church Street blues. Chair to see if I could lose these thin time, hard time, hell on Church Street blues. That's Mr. Tony Rice, and we'll be looking at a lot of his music tonight on the program Hills and Home. I'm Jim Bloom, and Tony comes to the Midwest in a rare appearance, and we'll look forward to seeing him as well as hearing him. And we also heard music this evening to kind of kick things off here from a couple of excellent flat pickers, Dudley Murphy and Adam Granger. They're pickers from out in the western part of this country, and we heard them team up on one called Sally Johnson. And we heard some music tonight as well from around the spectrum of music, fiddle style, Mark O'Connor in Dusty Miller, the familiar tune. He recorded that when he was a wee lad of 13. My name is Jim, and you are in touch with 89.7 WKSU from the campus of Kent State University in Kent. Checking the weather in northeast Ohio, clear skies. However, it could freeze tonight, and if you have lost some fruits and vegetables, and you have some that are on the border, we would suggest covering them with some straw, hay, or maybe some old album covers. Some of those albums you wanted to get rid of, now you have an opportunity. Sunny skies tomorrow, high in the mid-60s, winds from the southwest, and for tomorrow, night clear, low near 50. That's camping weather. Monday, sunny and a high up to 80 degrees. And again, our winner in the trip to St. Paul. Ah, that's right. The announcement made tonight at 7 o'clock during a Prairie Home Companion. Bob Waster from Cortland, Ohio. He is going to St. Paul, Minnesota. We're going to fly him there. In fact, he might be going along with you, as we do have 50 tickets available. And for a pledge of $600, you could go to St. Paul, Minnesota. This covers the flight. This covers the tickets to the auditorium and to the concert. And this also covers your stay for the night. And it all benefits WKSU, courtesy of New Voyager Travel in Chardon, Ohio. A trip to St. Paul, 50 of us are going. And in our grand prize giveaway tonight, as selected from a group of names we've been acquiring over the past 3 weeks, Bob is going. And we haven't heard from him yet tonight, so perhaps he'll call in and say, that's me. In case he does, by the way, Ruth Ann in Streetsboro wants to go with him. So, wouldn't that be interesting? We're going to turn to some more music from Tony Rice. We'll get into some music from Mac Martin, and we're going to ask you a question tonight, and if you can answer it, we'll have some tickets for you to the Northwest Pennsylvania Bluegrass Festival coming up in just 3 weeks.
nights lonely. Since you left me all alone, I loved you so, my little darling. I'm so lonesome since you're gone. Sweetheart of mine, can't you hear me calling? A million times I love you best. I mistreated you, Lord, and I'm sorry. Come back to me, it's my way. Remember, dear, that we parted. A big mistake, what caused it all? If you come back, sunshine will follow. To stay away would be my fault. Sweetheart of mine, can't you hear me calling? A million times I loved you best. I mistreated you, Lord, and I'm sorry. Come back to me, it's my way. All nights alone, my little darling. Oh, how I need your sweet embrace. When I woke up, the sun was shining. When I looked up, I saw your face. Sweetheart of mine, can't you hear me calling? A million times I loved you best. I mistreated you, Lord, and I'm sorry. Come back to me, it's my way.
Life is so short, the way is rough. My spirit is stained with sin, but Christ can lift me up if I will only trust in Him. My journey to my Savior's side will end in perfect peace. Though life on earth is trial and pain, His love's my soul's relief. Oh, Jesus made my sins His own. He died on Calvary's tree. His life a beacon in my night. He laid a path for me. My journey to my Savior's side will end in perfect peace. Though life on earth is trial and pain, His love's my soul's relief. He stands inside the door and bids me come to cleanse my soul and live forevermore. My journey to my Savior's side will end in perfect peace. Though life on earth is trial and pain, His love's my soul's release. His love's my soul's relief.
That's the Bluegrass Cardinals and Journey to My Savior's Side. The Bluegrass Cardinals from their album, which is entitled Welcome to Virginia.
Also this evening, Can't You Hear Me Callin', that came back to us from the 70s, the group Boone Creek, featuring Ricky Skaggs, who was in town tonight, made several television appearances on the local news programs. Also, there was an article in the paper, I don't know if you saw it yesterday morning, where Ricky made a quote that he is not playing bluegrass. Perhaps you saw that, and he isn't playing bluegrass, he's playing country music, but he wanted to make it very, very clear that he was playing traditional country music. A lot of the people that have been listening to country music, not folks like you and me perhaps, when they introduced Ricky Skaggs into the Country Music Association, of course, everyone says, oh, well, that's the bluegrass guy, and certainly that is the roots of Ricky Skaggs, but he is playing not bluegrass. He's trying to differentiate that because in his heart, in his mind, bluegrass is clear and pure, and he's trying to install the same kind of flavor into country music, traditional style. End of editorial, and on to some more music. This is 89.7. I'm Jim, and let's turn to something from Jimmy Martin.
We went to take an evening walk about that you've made. But you know he was a singer, picking nights and sleeping days, and he'd always been a dreamer, dreaming life away. Summer nights and memories, they and you've grown old, and you sing in tones of sadness, singing for your soul. But you know he was a singer, picking nights and sleeping days, and he'd always been a dreamer, dreaming life away, dreaming life
I'm here all alone in a valley of snow. The north wind is cold at my back. Though I'm moving on, I don't know where to go. The snowfall has covered her track. So blow, winter wind, carry me where you will. I'm riding with nowhere to hide. I wish there was some way you're blowing could chill this fire I still feel inside. She packed all her things and she walked to the door. Her hair caught the light of the sun. She stood there beside me, her eyes on the floor, told me our love was done. So blow, winter wind, carry me where you will. I'm riding with nowhere to hide. I wish there was some way you're blowing could chill this fire I still feel inside. For leaving me lost and alone seem pale in the bright morning light. This dark wind is cold, but I just can't go home. I whisper her name in the night. So blow, winter wind, carry me where you will. I'm riding with nowhere to hide. I wish there was some way you're blowing could chill this fire I still feel inside. I wish there was some way you're blowing could chill this fire I still feel inside.
This is WKSU 89.7. Here's some music out of Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh-style bluegrass. That's Mac Martin and the Dixie Travelers, something called Dixie Bound. Mac Martin, I was at a concert one time when Bill Monroe was performing. On the same bill was Mac Martin, and Bill Monroe said, there's Mac Martin sitting out there. He's going to play a little bit later on, and he's the father of bluegrass in Pennsylvania. That's Mac Martin, and he is coming up to that Northwest Pennsylvania Festival. I don't know about you, but I am getting itchy feet to get to one of these bluegrass festivals. In fact, there's some music in town tonight. The Lewis family's playing at Norwalk High School tonight in a benefit. There's a big show out at Shalersville tonight with about 8 bands. That's north of Ravenna, about 7 miles on Route 44. There's also some music tonight, some dancing going on, some other groups playing, and we'll tell you about it as the evening progresses. I'm Jim. We listened to the Seldom Seen tonight. They sang Winter Wind for us tonight. However, that is not the case right now. Even though we'll freeze tonight, it's going to be warm tomorrow. And we heard the singer, and that came to us via Claire Lynch when she was with the Front Porch String Band. Congratulations again to Bob Waster from Cortland, Ohio. We're sending him to St. Paul, Minnesota to see a Prairie Home Companion, and that will be coming up at the end of this month, too. So lots and lots going on. Speaking of that festival, though, it is a big 4-day event, and I have some tickets here. Earl and I will be giving them away this month, and we will look forward to making one of you a winner tonight. We have a ticket for the Saturday show, which features people like The Seldom Seen and people like Tony Rice, who we're about to hear from, and many, many others, some dancing and free camping, and that'll all be coming up. We're going to ask you a question about Tony Rice somewhere in the next hour, and whoever can answer it will have the ticket. It's that simple. Right now, let's hear from Tony Rice. This goes back to one of his very early solo efforts. It's called California Autumn. Here's a song from it.
His children were so hungry they couldn't even smile. The kids next door made fun of them, laughing all the while Mother had gone to the store to buy a loaf of bread that had to last a week. Mr. Poverty, look what you've done to me. I'd like to know when you'll be leaving. Mr. Poverty, look what you've done to me. Why don't you set me free and go away? Been unlucky and never left the ground. For every job that I apply, the man just looks and frowns. So I'll just have to keep on walking round and round and round and round in circles. Mr. Poverty, look what you've done to me. I'd like to know when you'll be leaving. Mr. Poverty, look what you've done to me. Why don't you set me free and go away? Love hurts, love scars, love wounds and mars any heart not tough nor strong enough to take a lot of pain, take a lot of pain. Love is like a cloud, holds a lot of rain. Love
burns you when it's hot. Love hurts. Love hurts. Some fools rave of happiness, blissfulness, togetherness. Some fools fool themselves, I guess, but they're not fooling me. I know it isn't true. No, it isn't true. Love is just a lie made to make you blue. Love hurts. Love hurts. Love hurts. Some fools rave of happiness, blissfulness, togetherness. Some fools fool themselves, I guess, but they're not fooling me. I know it isn't true. No, it isn't true. Love is just a lie made to make you blue. Love hurts. Love hurts. Love hurts. She came to me, said she knew me, said she known me a long time. And she spoke of being in love with every mountain she had climbed. And she talked of trails she walked up far above the timberline. From that night on, I knew I'd write songs with Carolina in the pine.
21st. And the full moon in the last week brings the fullness to this earth. And there's no guesswork in the clockwork of the world's heart or mind. There are nights I only feel right with Carolina in the pine. When the frost shows on the windows and the wood stove smokes and glows, as the fire grows we can warm our souls watching rainbows in the coast. And we'll talk of trails we walked up far above the timberline. There are nights I only feel right with Carolina in the pines.
That's Mr. Harley Allen and Mike Lilly with one called Carolina in the Pines from their first album on Folkways. They've released another, and they are soon to release yet another sometime this summer. Harley Allen and Mike Lilly with Carolina in the Pines. We listened to Mike Lilly play the banjo for us tonight with one called Salt Creek from one of his solo efforts. You remember the Everly Brothers? I'm sure many of you do. That was one called Love Hurts, and it was performed by the Osborne Brothers tonight. Mr. Poverty from Tony Rice. And don't forget, in the next hour, we are going to be giving away a ticket to the Northwest Pennsylvania Bluegrass and Old Time Music Festival. We're going to be doing it via a question about Tony Rice as we celebrate his upcoming appearance. Also, some Mac Martin music will be highlighting the show tonight, too. There is a dance in town tonight. Mud in Your Eye is playing. Carol Kopp will be doing the calling at St. Patrick's Church Hall. It's on the west side in Cleveland. Also, that gospel concert going on tonight with 2 or 3 gospel groups headlining the Lewis family, and that is in Norwalk tonight at the high school, probably going on as we converse right here at 89.7 WKSU. Let's continue with music from Jim and Jesse, and we have a couple requests coming up, too.
Request on our shows around the country called Sweet Little Miss Blue Eyes.
Who makes me forget all the other girls I met? Sweet little Miss Blue Eyes, who's sweeter to me than you really ought to be. Sweet little Miss Blue Eyes, little Miss Blue Eyes looks so good. I'm gonna bring it to the neighborhood. I'm gonna make her the girl in town jealous when she's around. I'm walking the line 'cause I'm glad that she's mine. I'm living in paradise. I know I can't go wrong by just stringing along with sweet little Miss Blue Eyes. Who's gonna start taking care of my heart? She makes me realize it's lucky for me, and I really want to be with sweet little Miss Blue Eyes. Little Miss Blue Eyes looks so good. I'm gonna bring it to the neighborhood. I'm gonna make her the girl in town jealous when she's around. I'm walking the line 'cause I'm glad that she's mine. I'm living in paradise. I know I can't go wrong by just stringing along with sweet little Miss Blue Eyes, with sweet little Miss Blue Eyes.
for so long. Woman in Atlanta, Georgia, listen to my lonesome song. If they really knew that you shot him, you'd be where you belong. I'm on my way to California. I'd rather go to Tennessee. Got trouble down in Dixie, and it's Alcatraz for me.
I just heard the saddest news. Somebody's back in town, and I know just what he's gonna do. He'll pick up where he left off his last time around. Oh, how it hurts to keep on losing you. Somebody's back in town to steal your love from me. The fear I have so long is now reality. The only chance I have is when he throws you down. My chance is gone, somebody's back in town. I know that I can't change your ways. We've been through that before. His trap is set and you will walk right in. He only wants a fly-by-night affair and nothing more. And you're just fool enough to fall again. Somebody's back in town, why can't he stay away? You should know he never loved you anyway. He'll let you live a little and he'll throw you down. Sad news today, somebody's back in town. Sad news today, somebody's back in town.
There's something from Chris Hillman, and he brought back to us Somebody's Back in Town. Also tonight, we listened to some music from the Jim and Jesse ensemble of the early 70s, and one called Sweet Little Miss Blue Eyes. And we heard the Alcatraz Blues, and that came to us from Mac Martin and the Dixie Partners. And Mac Martin will be at that big festival coming up in Pennsylvania quite soon. Denny Jones and Paul Kovac have a new album out. We'll be listening to that tonight. We have a new album out from Paul Adkins. And if he's who I think he is, he used to sing lead with J.D. Crowe, and we have a solo effort from him to share with you tonight, too. So a lot of things on the forefront. And we'll have all that upcoming up to midnight. At that time, the Saturday Night Blues Party. Special thanks tonight to Goose Acres Folk Music Center. They helped to make this program possible. And they have bluegrass records and instruments, supplies, repairs, and service at 2175 Cornell Boulevard in Cleveland. Upcoming, a request for the Stanley Brothers, and then, of course, we're about to get to our trivia question for tonight. And the winner will get a free ticket to the festival in Pennsylvania. Let's hear something. This is a rather obscure recording. It features Ralph Mayo on fiddle, Bill Napier on mandolin, and Al Elliott on bass. The year was 1959, and some of the Stanley Brothers' best material was gospel, and this is a request for it. And this is Ralph and Carter, the Stanley Brothers.
As a boy, I ran to Jesus from my mother dear and home. Gathered round by the fireside, mother taught us right from wrong.
someday. Climb along to heal my broken heart. The clouds will roll away, the sun will shine someday. Darling, you toyed with a toy heart. Darling, you toyed with a toy heart. I played the game right from the start. This toy heart was broken before the words were spoken. Darling, you toyed with a toy heart. Done me wrong. Your love for me has passed and gone. I'll find somebody new. I hope that they'll be true. Darling, you toyed with a toy heart. Darling, you toyed with a toy heart. I played the game right from the start. This toy heart was broken when parting words were spoken. Darling, you toyed with a toy heart. Song we got coming out on record, and hope you'll like it. One called Mary Ann. So if there's anybody here named Mary Ann, honey, it's for you too, all right? There's a girl on my mind I can't get over. Lord, I'm singing about my Mary Ann. So I'll just keep touching up my gray hair, live in hope someday she'll understand. It's no matter if I live to be 100, there'll always be a place in my heart for Mary Ann. She's out there somewhere in a world that can't be found. Just to think of her still tears me down. And if teardrops were pennies, I'd be a wealthy man. From the tears I've cried for Mary Ann, so I'll just keep touching up my gray hair, live in hope someday she'll understand. It's no matter if I live to be 100, there'll always be a place in my heart for Mary Ann. It's no matter if I live to be 100, there'll always be a place in my heart for Mary Ann.
For many years I've been a rolling stone, my darling. Like a gypsy I have roamed from place to place. Fortune never came to me, how happy I would be just to look again upon your smiling face. If I should wander back at night, would you be waiting? Would your ride be filled with love's own tender light? Would your arms be empty, dear? Would you thrill to hold me near? Would you love me if I'd wander back tonight? together. I held your hand so gently in my own. Heard you say we'd never part as I pressed you to my heart. Then I woke in tears to find myself alone. If I should wander back tonight, would you be waiting? Would your eyes be filled with love's own tender light? Would your arms be empty, dear? Would you thrill to hold me near? Would you love me if I'd wander back tonight? When budding flowers lend their fragrance in the springtime, I recall the roses twining round your door. Fancy the night homeward stray as I seem to hear you say that you love me as you did in days of yore. If I should wander back tonight, would you be waiting? Would your eyes be filled with love's own tender light? Would your arms be empty, dear? Would you thrill to hold me near? Would you love me if I'd wander back tonight?
That's music from Tony Rice and something from an album entitled Manzanita, the Tony Rice Unit, and a tune that featured the mandolin work of Sam Bush, Darrell Anger on violin, Jerry Douglas on dobro, and Todd Phillips on bass. Tony Rice, he'll be the subject of a trivia question, which will be upcoming this hour, and the winner will get a free ticket to the Northwest Pennsylvania Bluegrass and Mountain Music Festival coming up. We also heard music tonight that came our way from a new one from Mr. Paul Adkins. He replaced Keith Whitley originally in the New South, J.D. Crow's band. He has a new solo effort out on a independent label. My Old Yellow Car is the name of the album. Paul Adkins sang for us If I Should Wander Back Tonight. And we also heard music from the Bluegrass Album Band featuring Tony Rice with Toy Heart. Mother's Footsteps, that came to us from the Stanley Brothers and also by your request. And Jimmy Martin sang one called Mary Ann, also by your choice tonight.
Well, I begin to think of what a deed I'd done to grab my hand and away I run. Made a good run, but a little too slow. They overtook me in Jericho.
Upcoming, we have a new album from Emmylou Harris to share with you, and one from a banjo player named Chris Warner we're going to share with you as well here at 89.7. Upcoming tonight, incidentally, a few things on the agenda in this area. Paul Kovac and Denny Jones are playing the Village Inn, which is in Washingtonville. That's outside of Salem on Route 14, and they'll be appearing tonight, starting in about an hour. Also, there is a square dance in Richfield tonight at the Western Reserve Playhouse in Richfield. That is all going on tonight. The Shalersville Community Benefit happens, too, and that is north of Ravenna, about 7 miles. The Shalersville Town Hall will have about 8 bands up.